take care of all of them as best you can, okay? Monica loves you so much. I can't imagine. Harry's been doing well, but keep an eye on her. She needs to keep believing in herself. Natsuki, too. She's had a harder time than the rest of us. And MC, make sure the others are all there for him, okay? He should be fine with the changes I made, but just make sure. I guess I'm realizing I can't count on anyone else to do that. Maybe I owe them a little more fight. If the only one who can save me is me, shouldn't I? But at the same time, I feel like I can't. I don't know what to do.
Sayori's face visibly twitches as she stands there silently for a few moments. She seems to be talking to herself. Suddenly, she yells out,
Shut up! I don't know!
1 hour later, this isn't over.
Shut up! Yes, it is!
Sayori looks terrible and completely exhausted. She's sobbing. About 20 seconds pass.
Sayori! Oh my god, Sayori, I was so worried. I wasn't just acting, you know. I don't know what I'd do if... Don't ever scare us like that again! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Do you even understand how we'd be if... Sayori, you don't need to do something like this. We need you. Please don't leave us.
Guys, this is not what she needs right now. She just fought a hard, difficult battle with herself. And she won, just barely. And now she's beat up and exhausted. And she doesn't need us yelling and screaming around her. Sayori, I'm so proud of you. You deserve a big hug. He gives her one. Do you want to go home now? Maybe get some rest? Sayori sniffles and nods. Could you take us back, Monica?
Sure.
Later that evening.
Are you sure she's going to be okay?
Well, I'm not a psychologist, but I think she'll be fine for now, if I go by how she's been before. You guys can go home. I know it's been a long day for you. I'll stay here and make sure she's safe and has everything she needs. And I'll call you in the morning, okay? The girls quietly leave the house. Sayori's wavering voice comes through the door.
Is everyone gone now?
Yes, Sayori.
Can you come in for a second?
Sure. Sayori just looks at MC for a while.
I wanted to say thanks for still caring about me. I'm just too ashamed to talk to the others yet. I thought you'd understand.
You don't need to worry about any of that right now. And you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. You should be very proud. I'm so proud of you, anyway.
I guess we probably have a lot to talk about, huh?
No, we don't. Not tonight. You just go to sleep and get some rest. I'll be right outside if you need me, okay?
You can't sleep out there! What will you even sleep on?
I'll just sit against the wall there. I'm so tired that it'll be fine. Plus, I'll take Mr. Bird here to keep me company for the night, if you don't mind.
Mr. Bird? How?
Don't worry about it for now. Mr. Bird and I will be right outside. You're safe now, just rest.
Okay.
Phew, what a day. Part of me wants to break down and cry, but I really need to hold it together. I have to be strong for her. It really has been a bit of a stressful day if I'm talking to you, Mr. Bird. MC closes his eyes and falls asleep. The next morning... Oh, I'm awake! I guess she's not up yet. Well, guess I should check on her. Then I can... But then I need to go home and shower before...
MC! The best friend ever!
Sayori gives MC a big hug. Glad to see you're feeling a little better today.
Yup. So, MC, I have a
plan?
Yup. I missed club yesterday because of everything, including the poems and stuff. So to make up to everyone, I want to bring everyone over here to do a makeup club.
Makeup club? But why over here? And don't we have to go to school today?
We're skipping school. We're basically done with exams anyway. So I invited everyone to come over to spend time together today. They'll be here in 15 minutes.
But I've been sleeping out here in my uniform. I'm all sweaty and gross.
Then you better hustle over to your house and take a shower. And put on your spare uniform. It's an official club function, so we're gonna wear them.
Is everyone really coming over?
We sure are, lad. Yes. Monica's driving us.
Okay, just don't talk about yesterday much unless Sayori brings it up, okay? Okay.
Understood. So, did you sleep in her room?
No, shut up.
Lame. We're just about there. See you in a minute. Okay, everyone. Now that Sayori's had a chance to read everyone's poems, including MC's, I think the only thing we had left from yesterday's meeting was emails. Don't forget, you can still email us at that place. Even though this is the last meeting of the school year and we won't have regular meetings until the fall, I'll still check. And we'll probably have a quick meeting or two to answer some emails over the summer. So keep sending us your questions. Let's get to checking.
Do you like Travis Scott? Oh, woo.
Does anyone know who this is? I don't.
Me neither. Me neither.
Sounds like a country artist. I've never heard of Travis Scott. Oh yes, I know who Travis Scott is. I can't claim to be a huge fan or anything, but I like him well enough. Sicko Mode is like the only song of his that I really know, though. But at least I know who he even is, unlike these Philistines. So who is he, a country artist? No, he's a rapper. Oh. I thought that maybe Sicko Mode was a weird title for a country song. Next.
Hey there, I have some questions for everyone in general. Sayori, how are you always so hungry? Why does it look like you're crying every 2 seconds? Natsuki, can you try not to be a tsundere for 5 minutes? Can we watch JoJo? It's my favorite anime. Yuri, aren't you disturbed by any of the fan art some people make for you? I'm sure she is. Monica, are you and the others seriously 18? Because that seems like BS to me. I'm with you, man. Dan was defending his fans. Why are you best girl? Made with memes. The real deal. Only Natsuki will get this. Kono dio da.
Looks like the first part is for you, Sayori. I'm not sure why I'm always hungry.
Are you kidding me? Club meeting stuff, my friend. Sayori is always hungry because her depression makes her not eat sometimes. And then she has to catch up with it because she's like, it gets to the point where she's starving. And then she has to eat something. That's why she's always
I think it has to do with me always running around and stuff. I guess I need the energy. I try not to look like I'm crying that often. Until recently, I kind of hoped I was fooling most people by being generally happy looking. But I do have severe depression, you know. So if you see me looking like I'm gonna cry, keep that in mind. I am not a tsundere.
Yes, you are.
Tsundere has 2 parts, you see. Sun means I'm pissed at you, and dere means I'm being all sweet and lovey. And right now, I'm just being pissed and honest. You don't see me being all stupid Anon-kun. Don't think I want to watch JoJo with you, baka, or something like that. You are like that sometimes, though. I am not. In any event, I'm happy to watch JoJo with anyone, anytime, without being a tsundere about it, because I am not one.
I don't remember what circumstances I heard this under, but at some point, somebody, dug through the scripts of DDLC and found how many times she said something along the lines of, it's not like X thing or anything. There were a surprisingly large number of them. It was quite amusing.
Not exactly sure how to do that, though. Tell you what, random internet friend. My favorite JoJo episode is Let's Go Eat Some Italian Food. I'll watch that episode later today, and you do the same, and it'll be kind of like the same thing. And you can imagine all the snarky comments I'd make. You're up, Yuri. I used to actively look for things like that because I was horrified. I felt like maybe once I'd seen everything weird, then I could move on.
Oh, there's no bottom to that barrel, my dear.
But eventually I just realized that this was a constant thing associated with me being sort of famous. and I needed to get past it on my own. Nowadays, I just try to steer clear of that kind of thing. And if I happen to come across one, it doesn't bother me so much, because I'm used to it. That's not to say I dislike all fan art of me, though quite the opposite. It's very flattering to see how well you all portray all of us. The last questions are for you, Monica. Yes, we are all 18. We are probably older than that now, strictly speaking, depending on how you count time. But consider this too. If you met some high school girl on the street and you got to know her pretty well, wouldn't it be a little weird to ask her, hey, are you really 18? I get that it's a little different with us because of your unique relationship with us, but just keep that in mind. As to your other question, I definitely don't think of myself as best girl anymore, but if you think of me that way, that makes me happy. Just remember that we're all a best girl in the literature club.
Even me?
Oh yeah, you're super best girl. MC is best boy. But honestly, if you do think of me that way, there's probably a simple reason for it. People tend to be attracted to people that love them openly. It's perfectly natural. And I went very far out of my way to demonstrate my love. And I was very forthright about it. I really wore my heart on my sleeve, as they say. And honestly, that's the best way to show people your affection. Although you obviously shouldn't be creeped out about it like I was. Or creepy about it like I was. Anyway, looks like that's about it. No, wait. You can't deal like that. If you want to do that deal meme, you have to pretend to be someone else first. And you should have been like, signed, Poop Lord 95 or whatever, Kono Diada. Then you would have gotten points.
Could you do me a favor and tell Natsuki that I am challenging her to a JoJo meme duel made with memes? Dio, heart.
My friend, you've already lost. I will make this swift and merciful, and just keep it to the comment I told Monica to tell you when you emailed. We can't have this battle, because you lose so bad. I'd rock you harder than Caesar. This is the part where my homies are supposed to act like the guys in that one gif and hype me up.
Oh, now Anon got burned.
Whoa! Like that? Yes, like that. Moving on. This one wrote a poem for you, Monica.
This one is for Monica. Hi, as you know, I'm the player, and I want you to know I will always love you, no matter what. You are my reason why I push to get you, and everyone else on this side of the screen. You're my sunshine. Also, I made I poem for you. I hope you like.
Alright, let me see here. Could you click Sayori? Sure.
Would it be okay if I took some of your time? Would it be okay if I wrote you a rhyme? Would it be okay if I opened my heart? Would it be okay if I took one apart of being your girl and showed you a view, one that only a real girl could do? Would it be okay if I could make you smile? Would it be okay if I held you a while? Would it be okay if I kissed your face? Would it be okay if I were to replace? Would it be alright to look in your eyes? Would it be alright to never tell lies? Would it be alright to find a way? Would it be alright to long for the day? To pull you close and whisper in your ear and tell you our feelings are nothing to fear? Would it be okay if I took some of your time? Would it be okay if I wrote you a rhyme? To tell you that there's nothing I'd rather do than spend my whole life loving only you. From Savannah.
Thank you, Savannah. I love you so much. And the answer to each and every one of your questions is yes. Yeah, enough of your sap, Monica.
Hey, Literature Club, you can call me G. I want to ask at least 2 short questions for each of you, or for each you to answer, as well as some words of encouragement. There may be some grammatical errors I didn't catch, and I apologize if this becomes too lengthy. I know you have other emails to answer. Let's start off with Sayori. Sayori, how do you handle your rain clouds when they seem too big to overcome? And 2, personal/private, if all the club members were in a grave danger and you had to save one of them, who would it be? Sayori, I understand how hard it is for you to make big decisions. I truly care for everyone's feelings in your reality. Even Kenzo, while rain clouds may be looming overhead, listen to your heart and keep close to your friends. They all love you dearly, including me. Stay strong.
Looks like we have another multi-member question. Sayori's up first.
I'm glad I read it before I went too far.
Well, so far, historically, the way I handle my rain clouds when they're too big is suicide.
That's not funny.
Sorry, bro, I just seem to make that joke. Especially given the weird looks everyone else is giving me, apparently. But seriously, I do use black humor a lot. It helps. There's something about acknowledging the horribleness and turning it into something positive that is very therapeutic. But Not really, there's no easy answer. You just have to keep putting one foot in front of the other, no matter how hard it gets. You have to remember rationally all the reasons you have to keep going, even though that seems impossible sometimes. And you have to be okay with letting yourself be worn out from the fight. Sometimes I spent whole days doing nothing because I'm so tired from it. And I always have to remind myself that that's valid and okay. As for your second question about who I'd save,
She doesn't need to answer this one privately. She wouldn't and should save MC. Concur. And that's not any offense to us.
they're right. I love all my girls so much, but I would save MC. Thanks for your words of encouragement. You're really kind to think so much of about Kenzo. I probably owe him another apology after all this, and he doesn't even understand why. But yeah, I'm staying strong. Rah!
MC, what is your favorite horror genre video game? Do you know when it will be your turn to become club president? Imperial or Stormcloak, if you chose. MC, I'm glad things are looking up for you. I know your reality can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. I would like you to know that even though you may not see me during club meetings, I am here on the other end rooting for you. Take care, MC. For the horror game, am I allowed to say Doki Doki Literature Club? Probably not. Really, there are a few choices. Resident Evil 4 is just so good, and Dead by Daylight has good horror ambiance while being a strong competitive game, although the community can be a little toxic sometimes. Maybe more than a little. But overall, I think horror really has to be about that ambiance more than anything, you know? Some newer games like the Dead Space series do that pretty well. And some smaller works like the SCP games are really good. And there are some really classic older games, System Shock, Silent Hill is a masterpiece. But overall, I think I actually have to give it to Slender. Oh, come on, man. It's simple, straightforward, pure horror, and it's great. No, it's dull. On your second question, I'm exempt from having to take a turn as club president unless it's an emergency. Being club president is a little weirder for me than it is for everyone else because of the way I came about. Yeah, weird things tend to happen when I'm the president. The game gets confused. Probably because there's so much code that assumes the player and I are really the same. So we avoid that unless absolutely necessary. And Stormcloaks, obviously. Although really I'm a College of Winterhold man deep down. Thanks for rooting for me. It means a lot to know about all the people on the outside who have our backs. Take care.
Next part's for me, I see.
Natsuki, have you brought the club any other sweets besides cupcakes? If you had one wish, what would it be? Personal/private. Natsuki, stay determined about your operation. From a player's perspective, things are looking promising for MC and Siri. Keep it up, but remember not to rush.
Oh yeah, I bring sweets all the time. I brought cookies a couple weeks ago, ones I made to go along with my mom, remember? And I also go cheap and refill the snack basket from time to time. Despite allegations from some parties that I do not contribute. I never said that. And yet you felt the need to defend yourself just then. If I had one wish, I think it would have to be for all of us to be real. Maybe that's foolish since we're sort of immortal in here, but I can't help but feeling that our lives would be more meaningful if they were real. Plus, Monica would owe me big time. And honestly, it'd be great to meet all of you.
Would it really?
Or at least it'd be great to meet most of you, the chill ones. Don't worry about the plan, it is continuing apace. Chances of success are greater than ever before. It goes into final super secret Omega Stage 7 tomorrow.
What the heck are you talking about?
Nothing. Next email.
What would be this week's book recommendation? Have you ever played any of the Elder Scrolls games, or would consider playing them? I know you are partial to more narrative-driven experiences. Imperial or Stormcloak, if you chose. Yuri, the club, and myself included all love you deeply. You have prodigious talents and hold a irreplaceable position in the club.
Good questions. For the first one, have you ever read Les Miserables by Victor Hugo? Hugo?
I think that's how that's pronounced.
It's a little long and translated from French, and parts of it are fairly rambling, but it's so beautiful. Try this. Read the very first short little part, all about the bishop, and who he is and how he does his business. And read up through what happens between him and Jean Valjean. And if you don't like it through that, you probably won't like it in general. But if you're hooked like I was, you'll find it's one of the best books you've ever read. Now let's see here. I actually never played an Elder Scrolls game. I have actually watched them being played on YouTube a lot though. I just don't have a gaming system that would let me play those games.
Aren't they on PC?
But I can basically get the story from watching other people play. Although really the story is a little divided due to all the side quests. It's more like a bunch of storylets which are moderately connected. I think I'd have to pick the Imperials for Skyrim. I always believe people should come together and have more unity between people and nations, not less. So even though Skyrim and the Empire are going through a tough time in that game, I think that's the time when everyone needs to pull together and get through it. And kill the filthy traitors! Kidding. Thank you so much for your lovely final words. They are very much appreciated.